Hello, and welcome to my quick overview of the Bahia Principe Grand Coba. This is an all-inclusive resort located in Mexico about 100 kilometers south of the Cancun airport. My family and I arrived at the Cancun airport on December 8th and got to the resort by 9:30 at night. Unfortunately, we ran into an issue during the check-in process. There was a shuffle of rooms around to accommodate various guests, and as a result, our room got double booked in error. While it was a minor inconvenience, the staff was very apologetic and fixed it promptly. However, by the time we got settled, the buffet was already closed for the night. While the check-in process may have caused a slight hindrance, the lobby had a nice entrance to walk into. It was clean, open, and welcoming. Branching off from the lobby, you can find a number of stores, the sports bar, arcade, the theater, buffet, and of course the lobby bar. However, due to the open concept of the lobby having unobstructed freedom between the indoor and outdoor, there was no escape from the heat. This may or may not be an issue for you. The room is fairly basic and has all the amenities you would expect from an all-inclusive resort. I had no issues with the AC, and the main fridge kept the drinks nice and cold. Some aspects of the room did show its age and may need to be refreshed. We were located on the ground floor, which was convenient traveling with the toddler since there are no elevators. As such, if you have any mobility issues, you may want to think about getting the ground floor as well. The washroom had a single vanity with a jetted bathtub. The shower was equipped with a rainfall and handheld shower head. Overall, the room was fairly plain, but provided all the necessities. As you would expect, the pools were a great escape from the heat. It never felt overcrowded and offered many seating areas. The two pools, the Lagoon Grand Coba and the Split Pool, are both accompanied by bars and restaurants for a quick snack. Along with the pools, there are two jetted lounging areas and a splash pad for the kiddos. One thing I appreciated was a no reservation sign to help keep the seating areas vacant. The Lagoon Pool hosted the foam party and had music playing while the Split Pool was quiet. This property has a wide beach that stretches between Acamel and Tulum. Between the two resorts, you have just over 1.5 kilometers of beach you can enjoy. You are able to see a number of different fish swimming around, or you can just relax with a drink and absorb the sun. During our stay, there was no seaweed and the water was fairly clear, but this of course will depend on the time of your visit. One thing to remember, bring water shoes. Some areas are extremely rocky. With all the action, you'll want to recharge with a nice meal. This resort offers an assortment of different a la carte restaurants and of course the buffet. One thing to do as soon as possible is reserve any restaurants you would like to visit. I had my eyes set on La Gran Tortuga located in Tulum, but it was booked up. During our stay, we got to visit 3 different restaurants. The first one was Mashua. This restaurant offered a blend of Asian and Peruvian dishes. The service was quick and friendly, offered a signature cocktail and shrimp crackers to begin. The highlight was the shoyu ramen. The broth was slightly salty, but the pork belly was the star. Beautifully tender, and the fattiness coated your taste buds. The flop was the teriyaki beefsteak. While the beef was wonderfully cooked and tender, the sauce overpowered all the elements in the dish with excessive sweetness. Next, we have Mikaido, the Japanese restaurant. There are teppanyaki stations along the perimeter of the restaurant and the a la carte dining area in the middle. We enjoyed the a la carte menu during our stay. Unfortunately, the service was slow and the food was all forgettable. Nothing particularly good or bad, but it was certainly nice to mix things up. Lastly, we were able to visit Cozumel, the Mexican restaurant. Probably my favorite restaurant of the 3. The traditional tortilla soup was definitely my favorite. It combined the punchy flavors with the ancho chili. It had good body and a velvety smooth texture. Oh, and let's not forget the buffet. The buffet was actually quite average. It had all the usual selections for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Along with the buffet, I found myself grazing at the snack bar at the lagoon pool and the food truck by the split pool. Again, nothing special at those restaurants, but it does satisfy your hunger when needed. Of course, there are other things you can do at the resort as well. In the evening, you can watch people play music at the outdoor entertainment area or check out the theater. In the lobby, they do have signage on what's going on in the theater that day. I was able to check out the circus and took part in the silent disco. You can walk around the other resorts and visit the Hacienda in front of the Tulum resort as well. The Hacienda has a collection of stores where you can purchase souvenirs or snacks. But if you find yourself with excessive energy, you can always burn that off at the gym. The gym is fairly small, but has most of the basic tools you'll need. I thoroughly enjoyed my stay at the Bahia Principe Grand Coba. However, there are some minor complaints I had during my stay. The lines at the bar could take a little bit long as sometimes there was only one bartender. Most of the restaurants felt too hot, especially the buffet, and lastly, the rooms could use an update. But the complaints are fairly minor and overshadowed by the nice pools, seaweed-free beach, good service, and a decent food selection. Overall, my family and I enjoyed our accommodations offered by this resort and had a fun and relaxing time. Thank you for watching. I hope this quick look helps you make a decision on your next destination.